Hi there, today I'm going to show you how to change the oil and clean the strainer on a 2013 Yamaha YBR. Things that we shall need for this is a container for the oil to drip into. Anyone will do, but you can buy one specially designed for the purpose. We're going to need a 17mm socket and also a 8mm socket. Replacement oil and either a cup of tea, most importantly, and also a toothbrush or similar for cleaning the strainer, which is in the clutch casing from the other side. So this bolt here is for the draining the oil out of. What you want to do is warm up the engine first. That just makes the oil a bit more fluid and it will flow better, so when it comes to draining it. Put it up on its centre stand so it's level on level concrete. And the other thing that we're going to be doing is removing all of these bolts round here to remove the clutch casing in order to clean the strainer, because there's no filter attached to the YBR. Okay, so the engine's all nicely warmed up now, so what you want to do is just break the seal with this. Careful, it's hot, but push the bolt in. Oh, hang on, I can't get this on film. Push the bolt in as you're unscrewing it, just until you're at the very edge. Hang on, just as and then drain. That's actually not as bad as I was thinking it was going to be, but you can see 600 miles, it's got itself pretty mucky. You could also do as well, just round the other side, just to make it drain quicker, you just slacken off the filler cap, and that means that it's just getting lots of air going into it. Folk will say wear gloves, but I mean, that's me just got a little tiny bit on my hands just from taking it off. Okay, the bolts have now been removed. These two short ones here have come from the starter motor. These two longer ones, this one was from the one just next to the cooling fins of the cylinder. The other one was a more tricky one to get at. It was just the one at the footrest here. You may need to use well, I used a 8mm ratchet spanner for that because the actual foot peg gets in the way. So that's them all taken off. Next is just popping out the casing in order to get access to the filter. Bear in mind that it's hot. Before you remove the casing, you're going to need to use a 10mm socket just to get the footrest out of the way, because it won't come off otherwise. Okay, with the footrest now removed, you can just grab a hold of the casing. Yeah, grab hold of the casing, and then that's you got access to this. Well, this is the clutch chamber. This is the magic bit down here that we're after. That just slides out. That's the wire mesh for the strainer, and you can see from that, just in the shade here, it's got all sorts of gunk embedded in it. So we just need to give that a clean out. Okay, that's the metal wire all cleaned up again, nice and tidy. So that just slots back in the hole it came out of. Let's make sure it's nice and tight. While we're here, we can inspect the chamber. There's nothing in there that shouldn't be. Everything's where it should be, so it's nice and tidy. A bit out of focus there. Nice and tidy. So we've got the filter down the bottom here. Just watch out for when we're putting it all back together that we take this oil off the exhaust, because otherwise it'll be a bit smoky. But it's looking good. Looking good! Okay, so that's the cover back on. Just tuck it in behind the starter motor and then back in. It slots into place. It saves you having to take the starter motor out, which is probably what's recommended, but it fits in there just fine. You need to take the dipstick out, otherwise it won't fit in. Okay, that's everything back in on this side now. So now for the most important bit, putting the new oil in. Before you do anything though, remember to put the sump plug back in on the other side, otherwise you will end up with your new oil all over the floor. It does happen. It shouldn't, but it does. So again, just a 17mm socket just to get that on, and we're ready for our new oil. Okie dokie, so that's the new oil in. What we're going to do now is just check the dipstick. So clean it off with a bit of paper towel, and then all you're doing for it is putting it in, not putting the threads in, just as it is. Comes back up and you can see there it's on right on the level, so that is how it should be. Just tighten that back up, careful not to cross thread. Have a look at the bottom, make sure that there's nothing coming out that shouldn't be. Just wipe out any excess oil off the bottom of the case from where you the sump plug was out, and we're ready to start it back up again. Just leaving it on idle, just making sure that there's no leaks underneath. Just leave it to idle for a bit. It's a nice hot day, so it shouldn't have too much of an issue. Remember to dispose of your oil carefully. And there we have it. So that's how to change the oil and clean the filter on a YBR 125.